Did you know the Arab nation ended slavery in 1960? Well, some sources say it ended in 1970. However, it therefore means that slavery was still a thing. Slavery and slave trade was still going on in the Arab world less than 65 years ago. Mind you, slavery was ended or was abolished in 1886. Well, it took America more than 50 years for them to actually finalize slavery, like to put an end to it, because it was illegal on the papers, but it wasn't illegal physically. Because slave masters still own the slaves. They still send them out in the plantation, like the sugar plantation. They send them out to pick cottons. All these things happened after slavery was abolished. And now, do you think slavery has ended in the Arab nation or it still continues? Well, today let's dive into it. But let's start with Dubai. You see, Dubai has always been that town, or let me say that city, which has always projected or portrayed itself to the world as a lavish city. So beautiful, so nice, exotic, luxury, meant for rich people, meant for the elite. But behind those things exists slavery. You see, after slavery was abolished in America and the other part of the world, blacks were still slaves, and some of them actually grew up, they had money, they bought themselves out of slavery. In fact, they bought their freedom. And as a result of that, they went out there, they worked, they also realized that they could buy their families, they could buy their loved ones, their friends, and they started doing that. But you see, the media always do what they know best, which is propaganda to spread lies. They started painting the picture that black people are now owning slaves, meaning black people own slaves, might treat them, give them those ill treatment the white man gave them. That is a big fat lie. Workers often say as soon as you get to Dubai, your passport is being seized from you and you don't get to see your passport until the last day, or probably when your contract has come to an end with that company or with your boss rather. And you see, Dubai has always projected or portrayed itself to be this beautiful place. So who would want to leave Dubai for real, right? But well, let me give you one shocking thing. You see, in Dubai, immigrant workers, to be precise, they work for long hours with little or no pay, minimum wage. Sometimes their employers skip months without even paying them. They live in horrible houses. I mean, I'm telling you, like horrible houses. You might look at those skyscrapers and be like, damn, this can't be horrible. But let me tell you, inside is despicable. And you can't complain, because the moment you complain to your boss, he just snitches on you to the police. That is how bad it is. Dubai, first of all, is hot. The climate is crazy. Dubai is hot as mercury. Sometimes you might get fed up with everything. I think of quitting. You intend to quit. Guess what? Your boss, your employer, will definitely hand you over to the police and they will imprison you. You stay in prison for nothing. Crime, zero. And your case, it goes nowhere. That is how terrible Dubai is. The Arab nation is dark. I mean, countries like United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. These countries are despicable when it comes to slavery and slave trade, because to date, they still carry out slavery and slave trade in one way or the other, or let's say human trafficking, if that is a new word for it. You see, at one point in time, there was a video trending online, which, it was saying that there was this Saudi Arabian who was caught buying Africans. These Africans were trying to go to Europe, precisely Italy, and they got lost in Libya, trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea or whatsoever, and then they got lost. Saudi Arabians were caught buying these Africans to take them to their country. What do you think they were going to do with them? For fancy, to give them jobs? Hell no. Those were going to be slaves. Those Africans were going to be slaves. That's the simple truth. Have you ever heard of the word Dubai chocolate? I mean, well, some people actually think that like it is chocolate for real, but it is not chocolate. It is not. That particular phrase, it refers to the illegal things, the illegal activities that workers go through under their employers. Well, some sources have it that it refers to those things that women do in Dubai, such as prostitution, eating of popes for pay. However be the case, that is still inhumane. For you to carry out this act, be it as an employer or whatsoever, it's crazy. And yes, we live in 2026. These things still happen in Dubai. It still happens in the United Arab Emirates, or it still happens in the Arab nation. Well, let me take you guys back to history. how this thing even started. You see, long before the West even set foot in Africa to colonize Africa or to use Africans as slaves, 1,500 years ago, before the West came to Africa, the Arabs were already in Africa. They had conquered North Africa for real. They had already claimed the territory. But how did the West still succeed to go into North Africa and still colonize other countries? Let me tell you. You see, during that time, the Arabs came to North Africa, or to Africa in particular. They were trying to preach their religion, which is Islam, telling the Africans about their God, Allah, this and that. But the Africans were not just buying that story. They just couldn't find interest in it. They said, hello, hold on, we have our God. We can follow you. And guess what the Arabs did? They do what they do best. To kill, to get into war, destruction, fight, left and right. And that was it. They went into war with other African countries and they succeeded. They conquered other African countries because they had advanced weapons. They had the knife, the machete, they had the long bows and arrows or whatsoever. But the Africans, they had just their knives, their little knives and their spears, which couldn't do much of a thing. Of course, they were conquered. And when they were conquered, the Arabs, they now forcefully indoctrinate them with their religion, which is Islam, we all know today. And after that, they went ahead to take some of the Africans to the Arab nation to be used as slaves. One despicable thing that I always talk about the Arab slavery is that they rape the women, they rape the children, they rape even the men. The painful part of it is that after they raped these women and the women were pregnant, they just couldn't go out there and carry out abortion because they weren't any medication or things to carry out abortion. They were forced to put to bed. They were forced to give birth to these children that were not even planned. In fact, they did not plan to have children at this time. And guess what? They gave birth to mixed blood children, mixed race or mixed ethnicity. And when the Arab realized that these children are mixed, they were like, hold on, no, we can't keep these children. They look white, they look black. What the hell are they doing? They killed them. They killed newborn babies who were like 3 months, 2 months old. And after they said, oh yeah, our Allah needs to be praised because our Allah is going to appreciate this. And it baffles me how when I look at black people and they are Muslim, for black Muslims, I'm like, do you guys actually read the history? But then again, I realized that this is not been taught in school. This was never meant to be out there in public or in textbooks, because this will definitely awaken the minds of Africans or of black people. The reason why you can't find much of this information out there on so many media outlets is because the Arab government don't play with bad publicity. They don't. And if you sit there and think racism or slavery does not exist in the Arab world or nation, well, be our guest. Go out there and see things for yourself. Before I end this video, I want to say this. You see, Dubai in particular is already in Congo, taking their gold, taking their raw materials, taking their resources. Yet, nobody's talking about that one. Nobody knows about it. Dubai is there, taking their gold while portraying herself to the world as this city that has so much gold and wealth. Where does Dubai get this gold from? Africa. That should wake you up.